Johnny, welcome to Ireland. Obviously, you were here a few months ago watching the last set of fights. Do you feel like that was a good preparation for fighting here yourself on Saturday night?
Yeah, sure. I really like 3 Arena, everything. The fuck, bro? All right, let me restart that. Yeah, Dublin's a great city. Really enjoyed my time the last time I was here. Got to watch my boy Amosov defend his title. And, you know, it was a great performance. Really loved the crowd, the energy, everything about 3 Arena and the Irish people, man. I just really dig it, and it's an honor to fight in that arena in front of that crowd.
I saw you were traveling around Ireland a bit this week. You went down to Tipperary. Was that good to kind of travel around and see a bit more of the country?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff I haven't seen, and when I have a chance and I can travel a bit and see some things that I haven't seen before, I try to take the chance to do it.
Obviously, a lot of people spoke after your last few fights about you possibly being the best middleweight in the world. Now that Adesanya has obviously lost 2 of his last 3 fights, if I was to ask you straight up, I asked you at the time, you said you thought you are. Now you must think you are by far and away the best middleweight in the world.
I believe I'm one of the best middleweights in the world, if not the best. Obviously, I can't take anything away from my boy Sean. I'm very, very happy for him. I was messing with my team, saying this is the champion we deserve. I like Sean, and I like how he conducts himself. Even though he's a bit crazy, he's himself and very authentic. And you know, there's a lot to be said about authentic people nowadays. I feel like a lot of people put up an act, and it's not really them. So, yeah, man, just shout out to that guy. I train with him a lot. He made me better. Hopefully I made him better. I think I did. Yeah, man, happy for him.
Is that sparring heavy style that he seems to have in preparation something you like to do too, or is it something you maybe learned from him to do or not to do possibly?
I love sparring, man. I spar a lot. I spar probably the most in our gym. Even when I'm out of camp, I'm getting 9 rounds. That's 9 to 10 rounds. Obviously in camp, I'm kind of shortening it up, trying to stay healthy, and I do 5 rounds, but usually with 2 fresh partners, and I really push myself. So, yeah, man, I love to fight. I like being in the fire. I like competing. I like getting better at MMA, and the only way to get better at MMA is sparring.
Your opponent, Fabian, obviously you come from a gym that's known for having champions, and obviously you yourself being one with Fabian as well, obviously with his brother, now has that championship medal, I suppose, in training with him. Do you think that is something for him that is really helpful for his game as it's been helpful for yours? And have you seen kind of his progression maybe since Leon has even become champion?
Are you asking you think he's progressing better because his brother has gotten the championship? Yeah, sure. I mean, his brother's a great fighter. I mean, he's a great fighter, but I just think I'm better.
What do you see in Fabian that maybe could cause you a few issues?
He's fast, athletic, good left hand, southpaw, has a good few tricks, tries to set you up with stuff, but he ain't gonna get me, man. I'm too slick, too good. I put pressure on people, I break them. I'm gonna rearrange his face with my fist, man. That's what I'm gonna do Saturday night.
I see, we see a lot of your fights, and you know, a lot of wrestle heavy fights, but your hands have been really good over the last few fights as well. And maybe people don't, recognize or admit that about your style. Do you feel like against Fabian that if it does turn into a stand-up matchup that you can, you can do well there as well?
Yeah, I'm not worried if it's a stand-up matchup. During this camp, I got to train with Artem Levin, and he's a 6-time world champion kickboxer from Russia, and he's a killer. He actually beat Alex Pereira, and that's one of my main training partners for this camp. And I stand and bang with him, man. I stand and bang with Sean Strickland. He's the best, one of the best in the world, just like me. Right now, the UFC champion. Just if you see the people I train with and how I can hang with them and even beat them at times, you would I don't doubt myself if there's a stand-up fight.
Hi, Johnny. We spoke last time at the Eiffel Tower in France. It's for the French people. You told me last time how Pereira and Adesanya can be easy matchup for you. We are a couple months later, and one of them is not even in the middleweight category and division, and the other one loses his belt. What's happened this last month confirm what you told me a few months ago? Can we say that you're the most consistent middleweight in the world today?
Sorry, I couldn't catch the end of that question.
So are you the most consistent middleweight today? Especially with what happened in the middleweight division?
I would say, yeah, as of now, I'm the most consistent champion. Yeah, for now. I mean, I only have one title defense, so we got to see where we go from here. You know, I just recently got the belt, so let's just let history play out, and then we'll see where it goes, you know?
Thank you very much.
Yep, no problem.
Hi, Johnny. You're fighting away from home now. Does that add any magnitude to the occasion, basically, for you?
No real magnitude, just different. It's not what I'm used to, but that's what I like. I like to put myself in different situations because things aren't always going to be the same. So it's just a different challenge, and I'm willing to face it and take it head on.
Well, because you're undefeated and on this winning streak as well, I was going to ask you, like, what excites you? Like, how do you stay excited, and how do you set new milestones for yourself?
I'm just not done, man. I got a lot of things I want to accomplish, and this is just one step in the right direction. I have a lot of things I want to get better at, especially when it comes to my performances in the cage. And also, there's more money to be made. There's more wins to have. And there's a lot of competition out there that I want to beat. So, yeah, I'm far from over.
And you're training at a super gym, ATT, and now the gap is being closed between the super gyms, like a lot of these big gyms, and the other ones. What is something that ATT has that other super gyms don't have?
Man, ATT is just very consistent. It's just a mecca. Like when you go to the gym, it's impressive. Like the mat space, the cage. They have 2 cages. We got a whole striking area, a weightlifting area. It's just Dan Lambert has put together a really, really great gym, and they're consistent because you have consistent coaches. You have a lot of consistent fighters in there. Some are there year-round. Some come in when they have fights. But it's the consistency at the end of the day. Like, for instance, Killcliff used to be Sanford, which used to be Black Zillions. They're moving over a lot. A lot of these other gyms, they don't have, like, the mecca like ATT does. And maybe their gyms aren't as impressive. But not to take anything away from those gyms. I'm just saying ATT is like, I think it's the best gym in the world, man.
And one of those people with you is Dustin Poirier right now. What's he adding to this camp for you, and what are you adding to his game?
Man, we just like to get in there and beat each other up a little bit, man. We like to spar. He's a good southpaw look for me, and I like to pick up some of his tricks. There's some things in fights that I execute now that he does. Honestly, I look up to the guy. He's a great person, a great father, just all around a great human being. And I'm happy that I'm like friends with him and I get to train with him and learn from him because his record and the people he's beat is unmatched. You know, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. But yeah, happy to be teammates with him.
Did you corner Kayla Rocco as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. We sponsored her,
K-Rock.
so I was gonna let's give her a shout out. What do you think of her?
Yeah, K-Rock's awesome, man. She's always in the gym, always working. She's kind of similar to me. I'm always in the gym working. You always got to tell that girl to get out of the gym and heal up, and not to push herself too much. But yeah, I think she has a bright future ahead of her. She's game. Yeah. She'll fight anybody. Almost gets her in trouble sometimes, but she'll fight people outside of her weight class. But yeah, shout out to K-Rock.
Awesome. Hey, good luck.
Thanks.
Any more questions? One online here, Patrick.
Hey, Johnny. I was wondering, when you faced off with Fabian, it was very heated. Is there any animosity between you two going into this matchup now?
Yeah, I just don't like his face. I don't know, something about it. I just want to rearrange it with my fists and beat the shit out of him. Yeah, that's about it. He's just on my hit list now because he's the next guy in line. I just don't like the way he carries himself. I don't know, it's weird energy. I'm just going to beat it out of him.
And adjusting to the time difference, your first time fighting in Europe, but you did make a few trips to Europe, just like where the Fabian face-off was. How thankful are you for having made those trips, and any tricks you learned on those trips that you've used this week?
Yeah, you just got to get out there early, get used to the time change, kind of push through the first day. If you don't you don't sleep very good on the plane if it's overnight, so I just push through the first day and then adapt from there. And basically, I'm on the time schedule out here now, and I feel good.
Thank you.
Santiago.
Hi, Johnny. Thank you for the time. Sabah Homasi and Roman Feraldo are also on this card.
And J.J. Wilson. J.J. Wilson, too.
Exactly. Yeah, I forgot about him. And,
don't forget about J.J. Wilson, bro.
No, but getting back to Sabah, he's a little bit newer in the gym, by the way. That's why I forgot about him. But getting back to Sabah and Roman, this is for both of them their bounce back fight. They had a tough last outing. Does it feel good for them to have you, the undefeated champ, with them this time?
Man, it's great to have teammates, especially those two. Great energy, great training partners. They're good friends of mine, man. So we're just out here on a business trip and having fun and enjoying every moment of it.
And then, you know, Johnny, in the beginning of your Bellator career, it was a little bit tough getting ranked opponents, even though you were ranked. But then after the Salter fight, boom, it quickly, you know, it went like a rocket ship. How was that time for you to see that, you know, in the beginning you had to work your way up, but then after a while it went all really fast and Bellator really went behind you, you know?
Yeah, man, it's just kind of how my life has played out. I've always had to work hard for things I deserve, and I'm going to continue to work hard because I feel like there's a lot more for me to accomplish. So, you know, I'm still taking flight. I'm still going up. My stock's still rising.
Cannot wait to see you perform again. Good luck on fight night, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.